Hello and welcome back to All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host, and my guest is Surlene Grant. Surlene, welcome to All About Community. It is a pleasure to have you here on All About Community.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Let's chat for a moment about your amazing background.
Oh,
Where did you grow up?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. Where did you grow up?
I actually am a native Californian.
Native Californian? No such thing.
I know. This is rare, right? It's like
it is rare.
I grew up in Redwood City, and yes, there are black people from Redwood City.
Oh yeah, I've seen one or two.
You see one or two? They're probably my cousins, but anyway, no. So my parents came out from Texas with the Great Migration, following the aunts and uncles and so forth. And one came out with one aunt, and one came out with another. My father came out with one aunt. My mother came out with another aunt. They weren't married at the time. Mm-hmm. And, things happened and what have you, and then. That was in the late 40s, and then so the Grant family settled in Redwood City, California.
All right, well, welcome to Oakland. Should I say San Leandro?
San Leandro, but I did come to Oakland first.
Indeed.
Yeah, because we had again, part of the migration, we had family that settled in Oakland because of the shipyards and the Navy, and so I had cousins in Oakland, so we used to come to Oakland all the time. Then when I was able to be independently grown up, I moved to Oakland and been on this side the whole time.
Now, what about your education? Did you go to grade school, high school, college, or wherever here in the area?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So I did elementary school on the peninsula, I did high school on the peninsula, and then I went to college in Chicago, outside of Chicago at Northwestern University.
Well, I've heard of Northwestern. Great university.
Yeah. So I went to journalism school there. I wanted to be a foreign correspondent. I used to be fluent in Spanish. I'm not anymore.
All right.
And I wanted to go to Latin America and report the news.
And what influenced you to come back to the Oakland area?
Initially, a job. And in Oakland at the time, when I was, as I said, becoming an independent adult, Oakland was the chocolate city of the West. Remember what we used to call it? It was a black mayor, black port director, predominantly black city council. There were so many role models in my life. There were so many people. Yourself, you were a great businessman and a great corporate leader. There were just so many black folks who were doing wonderful things at the time.
And you came back and you eventually settled in San Leandro and became the first black woman to be elected, I believe, to the city council. Is that correct?
First black person, first person of any color of the underrepresented.
The first black person.
First black person to ever hold an elected office.
Now, how did that happen?
And it happened by God or by accident, depending on what your faith system is. So I was in Oakland, and I was working and doing all these wonderful things, working for the city and so forth, and wanted an affordable place to live. And we're going to talk about affordable housing, I hope, later.
Right.
I wanted an affordable place to live. And I had looked at the peninsula because I thought I might want to move back to the peninsula. And everything, way back then, 20 years ago, everything on the peninsula was 3 times as much as anything in the East Bay. And I happened upon a cute little place in San Leandro. Well, actually, the first place I happened upon in San Leandro, I made an offer on, and it was refused. And they published the prices in the newspaper. Well, now you can get it online, but then it was on newspaper. And it didn't sell for the price that I offered. And I said to my realtor, I got upset, blah, 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 we should file a grievance. And he said, oh, no, you probably wouldn't have wanted to live there anyhow.
Are you saying that was discrimination?
I didn't know about that history of San Leandro at the time. I really didn't know. I just thought it was a cute little place. And then I found the place that I'm in, which was supposed to be the right place because that was being in the right district at the right time to start this political trajectory.
And then you were eventually elected to the City Council of San Leandro, being the first person of color elected. And now you are running for the Alameda County Board of Supervisors.
District 3, I am. It's my honor to be able to declare that. And I'm running. Unfortunately, the opportunity is available only because of the tragic accident that happened to Wilma Chan. And Wilma Chan was a great champion of all people. People say they're running in the legacy of Wilma Chan. I'm running in the legacy of Wilma Chan. Wilma Chan was a great advocate for all people. She was my friend. She appointed me to some boards and commissions, and she was brilliant. She saved San Leandro Hospital when it was in danger of being closed. People would sit around the table, come up with all kinds of schemes, and just as I was transitioning off, she was working out the last deal, that however it worked, that saved the hospital, kept the hospital open.
And I was a great fan of Wilma's, no question about it. Now, let me ask you, what area does the district cover, District 3?
District 3 covers San Lorenzo in the unincorporated area, all of San Leandro, the city of Alameda, and I feel like I'm left, and about 30% of Oakland, but not the Oakland that's closest to San Leandro. Oakland from about 66 and Seminary to the lake, and just a little beyond the lake. So kind of central East Oakland, where there's just a wonderful, wonderful international collection of families and roots and heritage. And so that's that district.
And that's the district that Surlene Grant wants to represent. And I'm certain she will be a great representative of that district based on how well she did with the San Leandro City Council. So if that's any indication, I can say right on. But we got to go to break. Don't touch that remote. Just put it down. We will be right back with All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host, and I'm talking with Surlene Grant, who is a candidate for Alameda County Board of Supervisors, District 3. We will be right back.